The Forest Where Time Slowed, 2018, Rotorua, New Zealand. They say you can feel it the moment you step inside, an invisible shift, like the air itself takes a deeper breath. But in the winter of 2018, deep in a geothermal forest outside Rotorua, New Zealand, visitors discovered something far stranger than a change in mood. They claimed that time actually slowed down, not metaphorically, not poetically, literally. It began with a hiking group entering the forest just after sunrise, following a boardwalk that wound between steaming vents and ancient pines. The ground glowed faintly with minerals from the hot springs beneath, and the air shimmered with rising heat. But halfway through the trail, one of the hikers, Emma, noticed her phone clock was wrong. It hadn't died. It hadn't frozen. It was simply slow. Minutes behind, even though she had just checked it. At first, everyone laughed it off. A glitch. Maybe the steam messed with it. But then Tom checked his watch, an old mechanical one passed down from his father, and it too was behind, by nearly 4 minutes, and that's when the forest went still. Birdsong softened. The wind calmed into a low, steady hum. Even the bubbling mud pools seemed to thicken, their popping slowing to a lazy, deliberate rhythm. The group felt something subtle tugging at them. Not physically, but perceptually, like the world had slipped into half speed while they remained untouched. One hiker described it later as walking through a dream where everything forgets to hurry. They continued forward, uneasy but unable to turn back, and the deeper they went, the stronger the sensation grew. The forest felt older, heavier, as if it carried centuries of secrets suspended in the air. Overhead, sunlight filtered between branches in long, slow-moving rays that seemed to bend rather than flicker. Then, just as suddenly as it began, the spell broke. Crossing a small wooden bridge at the far end of the loop, they felt the world snap back together. A breeze struck their faces. Birds cried out. The mud pools resumed their frantic bubbling. Phones buzzed with delayed notifications, and every single device, digital or mechanical, jumped forward several minutes, catching up all at once. The hikers stood there, stunned. No dizziness, no confusion, just the uncanny certainty that the forest had been different, altered, a place where time passed through thicker air. Scientists later suggested geothermal magnetic fields could cause brief disruptions. Locals whispered that the forest had always been a place where the world walks slower than people do. But the hikers who lived it? They described something else entirely. A moment out of sync. A pocket of the earth where time paused to breathe. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.